seeing here is a relatively young coral reef. The coral here grows about a centimeter per year, so all of this coral you're looking at would be under 200 years old, 200 to 300 years old, which is pretty young in coral reef terms. Some of the reef that you find out here in Hawaii is 1,000 years old or older. And you're primarily looking at mushroom coral, cauliflower coral, and finger coral, the three most common varieties of hard corals here in Hawaii.
I'm gonna go on that side.
Go sit over there.
It'll just be a couple minutes for our divers to gear up and jump in the water. They'll jump in from the front, and we'll have one come by each side of the boat. Feel free to say hello, give them a high five. The coral is just gorgeous today. And already seeing a lot of fish from our carts. Oh hey, we got a turtle down here too, don't we? It's under the overhang on the right side. If you look down on the sand, it's tucked under that coral down there.
I see it.
Want to see it, Emmy? Come here.
There's a turtle.
Okay, come here, Emmy. Go see. Right turtle. Oops, we missed.
Very cool, good eye. It's tougher to spot them when they're down on the bottom like that. A lot of the times when we see them, it's when they're coming up to the surface for air. They'll come up to the surface every 3 to 5 minutes or so to get a breath, but when they're sleeping down, that's actually a pretty good example of how they sleep. They'll be tucked down under the coral like that, and they can be down there for 3 hours or more without coming up for air when they're sleeping.
Urchin, sea urchin.
Yeah, I saw a big one.
Everyone back there see it? You guys get a chance to spot that turtle? Seeing the yellow tang, the ornate butterfly fish, the raccoon butterfly fish. Everyone is very active this morning here on the reef. Particularly excited to be on the boat today. This is my first day back since I spent a couple weeks on the mainland over Thanksgiving. Back home in another tropical paradise known as Kansas. The scuba diving in Kansas is... I'll put it this way. To get scuba certified, I had to drive to Missouri. certified divers on board, or anyone who's done any scuba diving before? Yes? All right, that means the spotlight's on you for our first trivia question. What does scuba stand for? No? It's actually funny. Most of the divers that I have on board, they forget. And the first time that I asked that question, it was because I legitimately couldn't remember. That's correct, yes. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Scuba. Try to keep track of all of the sea urchins that we see. Start counting and get back to me. Yeah. We are arriving out at the site. About 15 feet of water here.
Is it done already?
No, we're going to just turn the engine. That's what it's called.
And it was just so frustrating. It was about 3 months that
Again.
20% of our days were just 50%.
Look at all those sea urchins. There has to be
Some big fish.
there has to be at least 100,000.
It's not as many as it used to be. Look at that cool striped one over there. It's going to come up right there. See it?
I can see fish.
Way over there. Look. Right there. See it?
I just see
Yeah,
one.
how do you video when your hand's like that?
That's the things up here.
I did hear someone say that it beats snorkeling because you don't get salt water up your nose when you're in here. It's true. We do get asked, by the way, if we are capable of being a full submersible going all the way down, or being a full submarine. Answer to that question is we are capable of going all the way down to the water once. But we just won't come back up. No. They go about 90 to 100 feet. But down there isn't much coral. They just go out to a shipwreck called Carthage, and that's about all they see. And on this trip, you get to see a ton of different stuff. Plus, you get to go upstairs for the second half of the day. You can't do all the stuff.
Right down here.
They're going, hello.
They remind me of. Oh wait.
Yeah, we're about 6 or 7 from the floor to the boat, 6 or 7 feet.
This is absolutely amazing.
No, I want more fishies, the yellow.
All right. Say hello to our divers. We've got Micah out the left side of the boat. Chris is coming around to the right side of the boat.
Look at that. Hang loose. Come on, Emmy, do it.
Everyone say hi. Give them the shaka. Right?
That does look like fun. Oh, look at over here too.
Some people give them the thumbs up. Why is that bad? You give them this for like cool or awesome, but you don't give them this. How come? Because this means something is wrong. I need to go to the surface.
So doesn't that look like fun? That looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, those two. Yeah, those
See. Here, I'm gonna go to that. Want to trade? Yeah, I'll see for a couple
all right,
minutes.
so we'll see what our divers can find for us down there.
Just for a few minutes, Tara. Just for a few minutes. I'm gonna name this fish Billy.
Yeah, I want to see the big color, the yellow ones.
Out the left side, I'm seeing a school of black sturgeon triggerfish that are hanging out pretty close to our windows. There's a reason for that. I guess there's a few on the right side as well. Those are the pigeons of the ocean. They will eat just about anything, and so they will hang out next to the boat all day in hopes that our captain will accidentally drop a Cheeto overboard while he's snacking, and they'll turn into piranhas. The other interesting thing about the black sturgeon triggerfish is that they're not good to eat because their skin is very oily, or their scales very oily. So the ancient Hawaiians would catch these fish, but they wouldn't use them to eat. They would put them on top of their torches to use for fire because of that oil, which is very resourceful, as the ancient Hawaiians were with everything. Right now, Chris is up here with a black spiny sea urchin, and everything that our divers bring up, they will bring by all of the windows so everyone gets a chance to see them.
Here it comes.
Chris is bravely / stupidly handling that sea urchin bare hands. It is a poisonous variety of sea urchin. You cordially have my permission to laugh at him if he gets stung. It feels like a bee sting. He's handling it from the bottom where the mouth is located, and that part of it won't sting you, but it's still pretty easy for it to happen accidentally.
Look at the length of those guys.
Fish fries. Really just on.
So those sea urchins are very common. A lot of the hotels and resorts around here will send workers out to the shallow water to try to remove as many of them as possible from their beaches so that they aren't a problem for tourists who are out snorkeling.
Look at
But always something to keep an eye out for.
sea urchin.
Sea urchin.
That's pretty cool. Stand her up.
That's cool.
Oh, look at that. What is that?
Careful of the
There's a
cart.
guy over here digging for an eel or something. He probably found one. I wouldn't want I wonder if something happened to a lot of them. Or pollution.
What? What? What are you?
Oh, I'm talking about, I used to see thousands of colorful, bright colorful, and I'm not seeing them, and I'm saying, I wonder if what happened to them, like the yellow over there.
Yeah.
Used to be a lot of those. I don't see as many of the yellow as things declined over the years.
No, it hasn't. It's just, it doesn't grow consistently everywhere, so
Yeah.
there's some spots we can go to that it'll be all that
No, I mean
specific
the
type of
fish color.
Oh, the fish color.
Yeah.
There has been some overfishing here. Pollution, not really a problem as much.
This was back in '92.
Right.
Here.
Yeah. Some overfishing. The fish populations are still really, really high over on Lanai and Molokai and the surrounding areas. But it just depends. I mean, some tours we come out and there's fish everywhere, and sometimes there are not as many of them. A nice pretty school of juvenile yellow tangs there at the right side toward the bottom. Looks like 5 of them.
Yeah.
They're so colorful.
Tiny.
Yeah, little tiny. It looks like they're kind of glowing.
And another couple of them further out there from the right side as well.
I can't see its eyes.
Those two, the striped ones, those 2 striped ones down there are called convict tangs. Those are probably have one shark. Sharks are very common, but they're mostly not. So right now,
Is this a protected reef? Dad, is this a protected coral reef? Good.
Got a question if we ever see sharks on this boat. We do see them sometimes. They're mostly nocturnal, so they're not going to be very common, but I think we've had, well, I've been working on the boat about 4 months now, and we've had probably 6 or so shark sightings in that period of time. 5 of them were reef sharks that are very docile, completely harmless to humans. But then we did have one 10-foot tiger shark come swimming by a couple months ago. I was obviously not on the boat because I'm not on here when anything cool happens, but but that's pretty awesome.
Is there a time of day that's more common?
It's really not about a time of day, it's more about what the water conditions are. If it's murkier water, you've got a better chance of seeing sharks. And then obviously if you come out here at, like, if we came out here at night with some spotlights, we would see them for sure.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cauliflower.
Yep.
Hey Mom, can I switch spots for a few minutes?
Big one or little?
It's pretty big.
Oh yeah. Look at that. When you video, can you scroll in or to get some of the real color?
Yeah. Engine zone. I've never seen a shark. That is something, Emily. I can see the surface. I can't see it.
As you've noticed, most of the, well, not the black durgeon triggerfish, but a lot of the other fish you're looking at hang out very close to the reef most of the time. They do that, A, because that's where their food is. They're just munching on algae on the coral. And B, it gives them a very safe escape in case there is a predator that swims by. When the sun goes down, that's when you'll have the sharks come out. You'll also have about a dozen different species of eels that are swimming around here at nighttime. You'll have barracudas, octopus, crustaceans. It's a very different place on the reef at night. Down here off the right side, on the coral, I can see a pincushion sea star, which is my favorite of Hawaii's starfish species. It actually looks more like a pentagon down there, but bright yellow.
Oh yeah.
You guys see that sitting down there?
Yeah.
Passing it, you gotta be quick, right there. See
Ah.
Yeah, I saw some.
it? Okay.
We have Micah coming up with what is in Hawaiian called a taco, but in English you call it an octopus. He'll come up and bring it by all the windows for everyone to get a look at. Probably my favorite thing that can be brought up to the windows on this tour is the Hawaiian Day octopus, and this is a rather small one.
I don't think I've seen an octopus. I mean, I've had calamari.
Yeah.
You may be able to see it change colors.
So do they get a lot of the fish at night?
The octopus is one of the most intelligent animals on the planet.
Oh, jeez.
Again, that one rather young, probably only a month old or so. The octopus here will only live 12 to 18 months. That's because the males will die right after mating the first time, and the females will starve to death sitting on the eggs. It's not a very luxurious life.
They'll die on the eggs.
It's free real estate, Mom.
It's very transparent and hard to see out the right side mid-boat, but I see a jellyfish. It's really about halfway down. Again, it almost looks like plastic floating. Really small. Yeah. In fact, I'm seeing some close to the windows now too. It looks like we're in a bloom of jellyfish.
I see it.
You guys see some?
Yeah, there's a few.
Oh, here's one close.
Oh, those are fish.
Real close by. These are rather harmless jellyfish, but uncommon. This is only the second time on this boat that I've seen them.
Can you?
You got more light on that side there.
Take a pic. Yeah, get up there.
I'm getting it on video.
You want me to do a picture?
Just like you. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought those were octopus. I was like, but those are just little fish going.
I have no clue what fish it is. I've never seen that green home. Yeah, the yellow. Yeah. I'm gonna need to look that one up in our book when we get back to shore.
What? On video if you're just putting your finger.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so like I said, these jellyfish we're seeing here, they can sting. It would feel pretty much like a mosquito bite. I mean, it's very very tame. Occasionally, you will have some blooms of box jellyfish that venture up into the Hawaiian waters. Different story with those.
Coming out from the right there. See?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
That is pretty.
So this is the coral that washes up.
It's got that circle on the back.
What's that? Big one.
A brain coral, it looks like.
Is that the parrotfish? And it's
He's got a pencil urchin, is what that's called, a different sea urchin species, but it's absolutely beautiful, bright red color. Micah's on his game today. He's finding a bunch of stuff for us.
Some more stuff.
Pencil urchin.
He's looking for stuff. He's got something coming.
Yeah, it really does look like a bunch of pencils.
Wow, that's cool.
That big lump looks kind of like a small volcano or mountain.
Chris is up with a couple of beautiful seashells, including a cowrie shell, which is one of the real common ones you probably see in gift shops. But it's pretty rare to find them still in beautiful condition like that because they break apart very easily.
Are we going backwards?
Yeah, we're kind of floating backwards and just drifting with the tide.
Yeah. The current. I wonder if any waves have hit the boat.
Okay.
I don't want to go up the top. Oh wow. I found one of those things alive. He has air on his wow.
Look at them. Yeah.
I want that.
One of the reasons that Hawaii's coral reefs are in better shape than a lot of the other reefs around the world is because the divers here know it is their responsibility to take care of the reef, our divers included. And so if you look out right now, you probably won't see any soda cans or plastic bags along the reef, and that's because divers will take that upon themselves to go collect those things if they spot them. That goes a long way toward preserving Hawaii's marine environment. Here in just a couple of minutes, our divers will be working out of the water. And so again, how things will work as we head back, I'll open up the main hatch for anyone who wants to go upstairs. You can come up and down as you wish, just make sure that you're careful on the staircase as you do so. As we head back, our divers will be out of the water and they'll be happy to talk with you upstairs. Some great views to see up there as well. Our captain a lot of times will take us back a little bit different routes, so down here we may have a chance to see some things that we haven't up to this point, but it's up to you. And also, I started coming out here as a tourist myself, so I understand how valuable your vacation time is. Please do not hesitate to ask if you have any questions as far as other activities, places to eat, other places to go for your trip here on Maui. I would love nothing more than to point you in the right direction, try to give you guys the best day here that I can. So with that being said, whoever would like to come upstairs may now do so.
I go up top, or do you want to stay down here?
I want to stay down here. It's better. Hey, Dad, if you ever get a new phone, could this be mine?
Maybe. You need to probably stop and go pretty soon now. You've taken a pretty long video.
It's almost been 35 minutes. Are we done here?
What?
Are we almost done?
Almost. We're trying to head back into the...
Guys, we are right at the very beginning of humpback whale season as well, so not impossible to see some whales while we are headed back to shore.
This side has less bubbles. Turtle! Turtle!
Video?
I am. This is so cool. It's a baby.
No, it's a baby turtle.
Our captain cried turtle. Did you see one down here?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Wait, was I the first person to see it?
I don't know.
Possibly.
Big pufferfish.
Oh, puffer!
Yeah.
the islands here? Is there anyone that's staying on the south side down in Kihei? You guys from down on the south end? No, I was just out of pure curiosity. Both sides have their pros and cons. Depends on what you like to do more of. I think the ocean activities are a little bit better here on the west side. A lot of times people like the shopping down on the south side a little bit more. Probably about, I would say about 10% of tours that we get turtles and an octopus on the same tour. That was pretty cool getting both of those today. And some jellyfish thrown in there just for fun. And a fish that I gotta go look up because I literally have no idea what it was. That got me excited too. That's the difference between something like this and going to the aquarium, is that you have no idea what you're going to see when you come out here, and that's what makes it so rewarding when we have encounters with turtles or octopus or sharks or dolphins or whatever it may be.
What is that? Is that a sea thing?
What about whales? Like I said, we're right at the very beginning of humpback whale season here in Hawaii. I haven't been here, I haven't worked on this boat during whale season before. I've been told that sightings are very, very rare, but that's just in terms of down here in the cabin. When you're upstairs during the peak of whale season, you'll be able to see them all the time. And the peak of whale season, I would say, would be mid-December through March, probably. All those whales right now are in the process of arriving here from Alaska. the harbor, so some information that I'll give for you guys before we do so. As we're pulling up to the slip, if you're going to be down here, that is totally fine. If you have come upstairs by that point, hang out on this side of the boat, the side with the staircase. We're going to be running some lines along this side to attach the boat to the dock. So just stand clear there so that we don't have anyone tripping over those ropes, and then we'll let you know when it's safe to head toward the front of the boat to get off. The pictures that you took before you got on board are available for purchase at the booth. They've been printed off and put into a neat reef dancer frame, so you can check those out if you like. And then lastly, as you step off the boat, someone from your crew will be holding our Mahalo tip jar. If you thought the crew did a good job for you today, feel free to leave something for us in there.
Pufferfish.
But in any case, like I said earlier, I started coming here for vacation. I know how important your time is while you're here. We're really glad that you chose to spend 60 minutes with us here on the Reef Dancer. I thought we had an awesome time today and saw some really cool stuff. So hope to see you again at some point in time. And safe travels home whenever and wherever that may be.